The Pike River mine will finally be re-entered tomorrow, but the event is so low-key that the public wasn't told until the news leaked out this afternoon. Efforts to re-enter the mine, where 29 men were killed in 2010, were postponed earlier this month over problems with equipment monitoring the atmosphere inside the mine. Sonia Rockhouse, whose son Ben died in the disaster, gave a few details to Checkpoint this afternoon.
There's going to be an attempt at re-entry tomorrow morning, and it's a family-only situation. It'll be quite a sombre occasion, I would imagine, but just very, very low-key.
And Sonia Rockhouse says she still keeps her son Ben, who was 21 when he died in the Pike River mine disaster, updated on the re-entry progress.
I send Ben messages all the time on his Facebook. I don't know why, it's just a silly thing that I do, and I've put I put a message to say that we're coming. Finally, we're coming, it's a silly thing, but it just makes me feel better. Feel like I'm connecting with him in some way.
Sonia Rockhouse, whose son Ben died in the 2010 Pike River mine explosion. And the Prime Minister says tomorrow's planned re-entry is now a matter for the Pike River Recovery Agency and the victims' families. She says she supports calls to make it a private affair.
On the request of the families, really left it to the agency to announce and then manage the point at which they remove that final piece of concrete which symbolises re-entry into the drift. So that's something we've left them to manage. At families' request, it won't be a public event, but one where families will certainly be kept informed and close to that moment.
Will you be travelling back down?
No, I won't. But it was actually something I discussed with families at the time that I last visited. It seems appropriate to me that at that point of re-entry, keeping in mind there will be quite a bit of time as work is done to safely actually continue the entry into the drift, but that symbolic re-entry, I think it's appropriate we leave that with the families.
However, she also accepted re-entry is a matter of public interest and says details will be released to the media.
The agency, as I understand, will be providing photos and footage of the re-entry at the time that it's occurred. Again, that seems totally appropriate to me, but one of the decisions that they have made is that to make the final re-entry at this point something that is a more intimate affair for family members.
Jacinda Ardern speaking ahead of tomorrow's planned re-entry to the Pike River mine. And we have this statement from Nigel Hampton QC, who has acted for the Pike families, some of the Pike families. There is no questionable secrecy over Pike's drift re-entry scheduled for tomorrow, he says. The last concrete of the seal will be removed and entry made through the airlock. This is a real forward step, which has very real and emotional meaning for the families of the 29 dead. Why should it be made into a public mass media spectacle? The families have been kept fully informed and have sought a low-key event that surely is to be respected. That from Nigel Hampton QC.